If you just tuned in, it's your boy Rondu of the Do Your Radio Show. We got DJ Mars in the building. Mars, I appreciate you, Mars. I appreciate you pulling up on us.
Welcome.
You know, taking time out your busy schedule. Guys, we have a treat. We have a real DJ. We got two real DJs.
Two real DJs.
DJ
chick was ready. She got a gun.
I was so ready. Like, okay.
I gotta give her props, you know.
I was about to just retire on him.
You know, I said two real DJs. DJ Mars, what's up, man? How you been? How's everything going, brother?
I'm good. I'm all good.
Yeah. So you know, right before we got on live, we talked about you did a bike run. You got the Intello. You know, the thing about DJ Mars is he's not just a DJ. He's an author. He has a book out.
Yeah.
All right.
And he does, you know, health things in the community.
Yeah.
And, you know, tell us a little bit of, you know, a couple of things. I know that you're a great DJ, but there's a lot of things that you do behind the scenes that have nothing to do with DJing.
Yeah, it's really just a connection to culture. It's a connection to culture, like all the things that like I like to do. I try to involve them in my life 100%.
Yeah.
And create some sort of business out of it. So what he's referring to earlier is the ATL Bike Squad. That's the name of my bike club that I'm a founding member of. And what we do is on Sundays, we pick a different route. So let's say if there's 5 Sundays in a month, we have 5 different routes that we pick. One route, the one we did this past weekend, we met at Clutch Bike Shop in the West End. We rode out with them. That route was about 18 miles and whatnot.
Wow.
No, 16. I'm lying. It was 16 miles. 16
You rode
miles.
6? Oh my goodness.
That was light. So the Clutch, the ride out we do with them is with Clutch. The West End ride out. That's what we call that. Another week we will do the Silver Comet Trail. We did 30 miles on that one. So peep it.
Wow.
Son, we did 30 miles. I rushed home, hopped in the shower, got dressed in 2.2 seconds, and then went and did my set at Lava Lounge. So
wow.
I'm moving like that. And generally, always the rides are on Sundays. One weekend, we rode from Virginia Highlands out to 285, the Church Street Bridge, crossing over 285 in Clarkston. That was 17 and a half miles. We're planning a big ride to Alabama. We're going to ride the Silver Comet Trail essentially from Smyrna, which is Cobb County, to the Alabama line. Total, it's about 124 miles there and back. Okay. We're going to do that. Let's
wow,
say
it's
leave
amazing.
on a Friday and come back on a Saturday. Part of the reason why we do it is one, because as kids, we loved bikes. We come from that era.
Yeah, I remember,
where,
yes.
You know, your moms, pops worked on the weekday, and this is how you got to and from. This is how you got to football practice. This is how you got to your grandmother's house. This is how you hung out with your homeboy who lived over there. This is how you snuck off.
Shout out to Mongoose.
Yeah. Mongoose. I think my first bike was a Murray.
Oh, I had a Huffy. Remember Huffy?
I had a Huffy.
Huffy,
beach
man.
cruiser because I'm from LA. So I had a beach
all our
cruiser.
young listeners, man, y'all gonna learn something today. Huffy?
Yeah.
Woo, my first bike was a red ET bike.
See, that was a Kuwahara. The Kuwahara was the one that was featured in ET. So we do it, one, for the fun aspect, but then also we're getting older, so I'm not a gym person, right?
Yeah.
You're not really good. You're not going to see me in the gym lifting weight. That's not really my thing.
Yeah.
But so to work out, we get these miles, man. Like we get these miles in, dog.
It's work, man. You looking good, man. I see you done shed some pounds, man.
Thank you. I'm trying to. So it's a huge health initiative behind the fun, because we do have a lot of, we were 60 deep yesterday.
That's beautiful, man. I haven't done nothing like that since a kid, man.
No, you're gonna, listen, when we're done, I'm gonna put you on a bike shop. We're gonna take you to a bike shop. I'm gonna make sure you get fitted for a bike. You're gonna get you a bike, and you're gonna ride out with us. Listen, in 2 months, if you do it consistently, you'll see a change in your stamina. You'll see a change in your weight. You'll see a change in the way you feel.
Ladies, my stamina about to go up.
Single ladies, we getting ready for y'all.
Ladies, I'm about to rough ride on your ass. I'm telling you right now. And listen, I don't got no girl right now. I'm dating, but let me tell you something. I'm a rough ride on your ass in 2 months.
He about to
exactly. you just opened the door for a whole.
Right. He about to go from 2 minutes to 3.
You gonna start getting all these phone calls. What girl you talking about?
Wow. Listen, I don't need, listen, that's the only thing I need to hear is stamina. I'm done. I'm sold. Guys, I'm sold.
No, but on the real, we're getting, I said this to my man Jay Reed, who runs Dope Peddlers, another dope bike group, right? He kind of inspired us, actually. I said to him the other day, we're all from the streets on some level, right?
Yes,
Whether
we are.
Was,
yes.
doing dirt on the street,
Wrong dude.
or you're from the hood. I know more people at this point in my life who have died because of health-related reasons than I know people who died because of the streets.
Wow.
Right.
And we're
That's
from
deep.
the streets.
Right.
Yes. Wow.
That's
deep. That's deep, man, for you to say that, to put in that perspective.
That's
You know,
an ill way to
so
look at
blood
it.
pressure and diabetes and cancer is killing people more than the hood was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to put myself in front of a gun, so to speak. Like, I know where not to go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can't avoid. I mean, I'm type 2 diabetic. You can't avoid it. On some points you can, but I'm saying a lot of times it's just going to hit you, man.
Yeah. Wow.
So here we do this to curb all of that. We're getting older. Some things are just going to deplete itself naturally, but I wanted to do it on my terms.
Nice.
Exactly.
You know?
Nice. Yeah. So, how'd you start it? Like what? So, you said you wanted to the founders. How did it come? How did you get this idea? Because it's a brilliant idea, very brilliant. How did you just get up one day and say, well, "This is what I'm going to do"? How did that come to you?
Well, one day, this is the real. I was leaving Lava Lounge one day after spinning, and I saw my man Jay Reed and his crew, and they were like 20 deep, and they were literally pulling up in front of the Lava Lounge as I was leaving. So I was like, "Oh, this is dope!" Like, y'all are on the bikes. They were on their fixies, they were on their road bikes and mountain bikes. It looked dope. And then I seen him again a few months later, and he was doing it again. So I was like, "You do this for real?" Like, he was like, "Yeah, like, this is what we do." Now, this was 2-3 years ago.
Wow.
Right? So time had passed. Then I seen my man Wop. I was downtown at the hot dog factory, and I seen my man Wop. He's riding by, getting his exercise on a mountain bike. So I was like, yo, my peoples, like, these are peoples that I know.
Right.
Like, yo, y'all really ride for real? And they was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, if I get into it, I want to do BMX style, like how we did as kids. So I went to a couple bike shops, and then I saw they had the bike that I wanted. It was like basically the adult version of the bikes that we were just talking about.
Okay, yeah.
The adult versions of that. Funny thing, I was going to ride my bike here.
Well, yeah.
But I didn't want to walk in the door all sweaty.
Yeah.
Real deal.
We appreciate that, man. Thank you, Ross. Thank you.
I took a shower. I did do that.
To be clear.
To be clean.
Yeah.
Because we're planning a route that's through this neighborhood, which is another reason why you got to get in.
Oh yeah, I'm getting on that.
So that's what started. So we've been doing these organized rides, let's say 2 months.
Yeah.
Right? So every Sunday we meet up at different locations around the city. We meet up, the mantra is we meet up at 10:30 and we roll out at 11. And the ride generally takes about 2 hours depending on how far we go.
I can't wait, man. I'm down.
That 30-mile ride on the Silver Comet Trail was exhilarating because you're seeing a different side of Atlanta. You're riding through the backsides of Cobb County headed west towards Alabama. It's just beautiful. So you're passing through the backside of a golf course, then you're passing through the backside of a residential neighborhood, then you're going through like this small industrial town that's out west. These are the parts of Atlanta I normally don't frequent.
Yeah, I don't go there. I'm just scared.
I don't live in Douglasville. I live downtown, so I'm not riding out there. So it just opens your mind, and you're like, yo, the countryside of Atlanta, and I don't mean country in a corny way, but the physical countryside is just beautiful. So as you're riding, you're seeing different things, and then your mind just opens. You just get a different perspective of the city in which we live. You know
That's
what I mean?
dope. That's dope.
So are you hitting a lot of hills when you're riding a bike?
That's the hard part.
I know. Because I was about to say I'll come, but I'm like, oh, them hills though.
But they will help you. So
yeah.
to keep it all the way real, the first day I bought my bike, I bought it from Skate Escape. this bike shop over near Piedmont Park, and I rode
Shout
it
out.
home.
Shout out.
I rode it home, and it was like 5.2 miles from A to B. Yo, I hit this one hill. In retrospect, the hill wasn't even that big, but I hadn't rode a bike in like 30 years, like consistent. So
Wow.
I had to get off and walk.
Wow.
Now you remember as a kid,
Yeah.
you didn't get off your bike and walk.
Yeah.
You rode that.
You just
shit.
did
Right.
it. You
I
just
had to
did
get
it.
off and walk.
You remember when we were kids, to get up a hill, you stand up on the
Yeah,
bike
you
to
stand
push
up.
it?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I
I
can't.
had to get off.
That sounds like a heart attack to me. That sounds like a heart
But
attack.
That'll keep you from having a heart
Yeah.
attack. Your
Yeah.
heart rate increases. It just helps all across the board, man. So
Right.
aside from the DJing and the
And we're about to go into that.
Jeeps and all
Yeah.
of that, this is what I do.
Yeah, so Mars, I've been following you for like, I would say 15 years. How long have you been in the game? How long have you been in the game, in the DJ game?
All right, so I'll answer it like this. The very first record I bought Planet Rock.
Okay.
You know,
Rock,
band
Planet
by
Rock.
Soul
Yes.
Sonic Force and whatnot. I wasn't DJing then because I was 9 years old. I think
Yeah.
the record came out in 82. That was the very first record I bought. I bought my first turntables in 1988. Now, was I DJing publicly in 88? No, I was in my mother's basement.
Okay.
All right.
So you've been
88 was
going
like
in,
a
you've been going in,
Yeah,
you've been building your craft since 88.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you can say 82 because that was the first record.
Okay.
I think the second record may have been like a Run DMC. I think it was Sucker MCs. I think it was Sucker MCs.
That's a big
Okay.
one.
Back then, I didn't have any money, so I probably stole a 99-cent from my mother's pocketbook or something. You know, you take the change out your mom's pocketbook.
Have you paid her back
was on
yet?
that
Then you get
bullshit.
slapped for it later.
Yeah.
DJ Mars, have you paid her back yet?
I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have.
You know, I'm big on respecting the DJ, and you know, you have a skill set that speaks for itself. That's why you've been, you know, relevant in the market. You know, let's do some name dropping. Who have you worked with in the industry?
So I've toured with, Usher was my first touring client.
Hold up. You heard what listen. Usher was his first touring client. All you so-called DJs out there. Usher. Okay, go ahead.
Usher, I did his promo tour for his very first album. That was 93, I think it was. So from Usher to Monica to Khalees to
nice.
Sierra to Neo,
Okay.
Carrie Hilson,
Name drop.
Doing it
Keisha
big.
Cole,
Let's go.
K. Michelle.
Worldwide.
CD to CD.
Like mostly my clients are the R&B acts.
Do you DJ?
Yes, sir. Do you DJ?
I gotta have that. I gotta get you a hat. I gotta have. Do you DJ? I got you. You know, one of the things, cause you know, I consider myself a DJ critic. You know, one of my favorite DJs is DJ Red Alert. You know, I've met. You know, and you know, when I met DJ Red Alert, for me, it was like a dream come true. It was only a certain amount of people that I've met, cause I'm not easily starstruck. But when I meet those people that I respect, you know, and DJs, I grew up, like you said, I remember my dad brought me a boombox, a Sony boombox, and I used to always take DJ Red Alert and put the cassette deck and put the paper on the sides of it so you could record. You know, some of your people don't know what they don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, do you know?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So today the topic is the art of DJing.
Yep.
Is it alive? Is it dead? I need to hear from DJ Mars and DJ Chic Chick. I want to get both of you guys view on point. Let me say this. When I listen to you and when I see you DJing, I see you controlling the crowd. I see you out looking at the crowd and making sure they're in tune, in line with the music. I don't see that a lot with a lot of DJs.
So I don't know what the other guys do or don't do.
Right.
But for me,
I know what they do. They ain't doing shit.
for me, like, I gotta read the crowd. So
Right.
I take what you just said, I take that with me when I go on tour. So this past weekend, I was with Monica. We did a sold out show, in West Virginia.
Light flex.
And whatnot. And, every time before a show, like my job is to do a DJ set before she comes on to bring the energy to the room,
right,
and then highlight some of the records while we're performing. So I walk in the audience because I want to see who's in the room. So if I was to walk into an audience right now and I saw you, all right, you got on your fresh pair of Jordans, you got on your cargos, I know you got on your paid in full t-shirt. Yeah. So that says
you so New York
you're
right
from
now.
a certain era.
Yes.
So I say I gotta connect.
So you actually reading the crowd before you DJ?
Wow.
So you come in early to do this?
Yeah, every show.
So, oh my God.
Every show. Like, I'm not lying to you. I walk through the audience and people are like, what the hell is he doing? But I'm looking at people.
DJs take notes.
Right.
Well, fake DJs.
If I see your outfit, I say, he speaks a certain language. So the records I'm going to play, I need to talk to him. Like, this is real. So one day I seen this dude, he had on like this, like player zoot suit. There's a whole bunch of players in the room that look like him. So I said, okay, I know which direction I can go in. I can't go the Eric B and Rakim route with him.
Yes,
right.
You can't play Young Thug with these people.
No, I need to go the wobble route with him. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but that kind of person in whatever city we were in, he's relative to line dancing. So I gotta play line dance songs because that's what's gonna get. Look how he dressed that particular role.
Yeah.
So I walk through the audience and I look. If I walk through the audience and like row 2, 3, 4, and 5 is a bunch of women, you could tell that they came with their homegirls. You know it's somebody's birthday.
Right.
They bought tickets to, they're celebrating girl XYZ and whatnot. So I look for that and then I go after that. I try, because that's what I see. Although I see the person who may not be having the best time in their life, I don't focus on that. I focus on the person who came to get busy. Because I can get them up, then they'll get everybody else up, and then the whole arena works. So I take that philosophy in a club. Like, if I play a certain record, sometimes I'll play like an esoteric record. Like, let's say if I'm at Lava Lounge and I play Feeling It by Jay-Z and I see you move, then I say I can play more records like this because if you reacted to that, you're already over here to the left with
it.
So I can go to the left. But let's say if I play Feeling It and nobody moves, then I'm like, okay, well maybe this ain't the day that I can go deep. I gotta stay super mainstream.
Right.
So like sometimes I'll play a record, and I see people in the audience, like I'll see girls. It's a lot of times it's girls. Like, they're like, why is he playing that? I'm playing it to see how far I can go.
Yes.
So if I play it and it doesn't work, then well, maybe I can't go that far today. Like, let me stay over here. So a lot of times I'll play a record, and I know it's not going to work for everybody. I know there's someone who just wants to hear Future 24/7.
Right.
I'm going to get them that. But you're not going to remember me if I'm just playing Little Baby.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you'll remember to do, because you be in the spots. Like, you'll remember to do that. Whatever the left is, you'll remember that before you remember the dude who stayed mainstream.
Exactly.
I don't get booked because I play mainstream.
Right.
Yeah. So, how many, you don't have to say any names, but how many, I like a lot of DJs, but I don't respect a lot of DJs. I'm one of those people sometimes, to critique someone, they think that you're hating on them. So I've learned to just keep my mouth shut and just, and if we cool like that, I'll critique them and say something. But how many DJs do you respect in Atlanta? Just give me a number that you respect, not like, but how many DJs do you like and how many DJs do you respect?
I'll do this. I'll go one further. I'll give you the names of some of the ones that I respect.
I like that.
I'll give you the attribute, right? So historically, DJ Nabs.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say for Atlanta, Nabs is whoever else you think is great.
Yeah.
He's that for Atlanta and beyond. But since we're talking about the city of Atlanta, let's say Atlanta. Cersei, Lil Jon.
Yes.
Doc, Trauma, JC is wicked on the turntables. So let's say that was one era. Let's say that's the 90s, right? Fahrenheit. We're moving towards the 2000s and whatnot.
It's going in.
So now let's get up to today. Mixmaster David.
Yes. Mixmaster David, that's my boy, was good.
E-Class.
Yes.
Technology.
Yes.
MLK.
Yup.
Whatnot. So
we like all the same, we respect all the same DJs.
These are guys who push me, like, cause these dudes are really, especially the guys I mentioned in the latter half, they're really good, they're really progressive. So that's what I love about them. Like, David is extremely progressive.
Yes, yes.
In terms of,
were you Mixmaster David?
Yeah.
I remember when I met Mixmaster David, I was at Orem, the original Orem.
The original one.
And I remember me and him having a conversation, and we were just talking about the scene in Atlanta and kind of how people wouldn't let him in because he was so different. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, yo, Mixmaster, you gonna get there, bro. And I remember him telling me, you gonna get there. We was just, cheering and motivating each other. And look where he's at now, man. He's doing it, man.
Yo, so there's times that I can't do shows with my clients because I'm booked over here. So, I put David on a couple shows, with Kerry Hilson, sent him to, I think they went to Korea. I
nice.
think it was even Korea.
How many of your DJs got a passport with stamps? International. Listen. How many of your DJs got a passport with stamps?
Like, David is a DJ that I would trust, like with one of my clients.
Yes.
Like, I trust him.
Yes.
With one of my clients. Dave was spending in Ethiopia over the weekend. Like, come on, man.
Listen, DJ Chic Chick, you've been talking about international vibes.
Yes, that's my goals, is to go international.
What advice can you give DJ Chic Chick to get international?
Really, you just got to connect with the talent buyers who are buying talent to bring you over there. That's really it's no magic sauce. It's you connecting with someone who's buying talent over there. And I know that sounds like a simple answer, but there's no other way.
Right.
You gotta do it.
Yeah. Being that I'm a ex-street dude. X. Yeah, X-street dude. I don't do no street. The only thing I do in streets now is walk. That's all I do in the streets. I walk up and down the streets. I'm gonna take it to the streets. I'm in a lot of places, and I don't think a lot of people don't know what I do. They just think I'm the guy with the nice shoes and
plenty of nice shoes.
Yeah, happy, and I'm always positive. I have a street pass. It's a lot of suckers talking a lot of shit in Atlanta about my boy DJ Mars. DJ Mars, I
always say like this: if they're not talking, then you're not doing something right.
Yeah, but a lot of people say shit, they'll get smacked. Let me say, if people knew how I was back
in the days. Haters are your biggest motivator.
Oh, listen, man, Mars, I was on, and I'm not going to tell you which event, but I had some partners. I was doing an event, and I like to say this. I'm Ron Du of Do You Entertainment. I'm not a promoter. I just happen to promote and be in the realm of promoting, but I'm not a promoter. I'm Ron Du of Do You Entertainment, not a promoter. I tried to get Mars on in an event, and my partners, they were like, nah, man, Mars is whack. I said, what? Man, Mars is whack, man. We don't want to book Mars. Mars, what do you think? I know it's like grain of salt to a big dog like yourself. What do you think about people saying Mars is whack?
I don't know. I've been doing this in Atlanta since '91, right?
Yeah.
That's like Michael Jordan missing a shot, and you be like, Jordan's whack.
Right.
What do you say to the people?
Meaning, so let's say if they said, I was at a party and he was whack. I've done 1 million parties.
Yeah.
And let's say I actually was whack. That's 1 in a million.
No, they ain't say that one party. They'll say Mars is whack. Mars is washed up. I wouldn't book Mars. Mars ain't worth it.
That's their fault. And they were probably saying it on the night that I was booked somewhere. I can't even get washed up. I'm on passport number 4.
Ooh, right.
Ooh, do that.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
I'm on passport number 4. I've DJed in 62 different countries.
This is for all y'all that said Mars is whack. Mars is on the Do You radio show, putting down facts. How many? 4 passports?
4.
Yo, we're going to have this on YouTube, right? 4 passports.
Right.
4 passports. This for all your suckers that said Mars is whack. Shut up.
And then the person who said it, person or persons, it doesn't really matter. person or persons they were probably talking to other people that they have to do parties together with. Meaning they're not. I don't need a partner when I'm DJing. I don't need another DJ to DJ with me. I don't need nobody on the mic.
On his own.
Yeah, I can do it. They were probably.
You know what I mean?
They were probably talking to someone that they have to partner with to do a party, that they have to have a VIP list, an RSVP list to get in. So I'm saying all that to say, I've stood on my own through my whole career. So let's say if someone says that I was whack, I don't even care.
Right.
Because I've done it.
I care. You know what I'm saying? I care.
Well, you be his bodyguard then.
Listen. You don't need no bodyguard. Ain't nobody want no smoke like that. It ain't no vibe. Nobody, listen. Ain't nobody on that. You know, nobody want to get physical. It's just a lot of talk. It's a lot of yik yang and yik yak.
Well,
and
talk
everybody
is cheap.
You're talking a lot of shit, you know. You know, Mars, I respect you. That's one thing I respect. I respect what you do. I like what you do. And it's refreshing to come see you DJ, because I'm a guy that loves music. I've been listening to hip hop since my first hip hop song that moved me was I Ain't No Joke by Rakim. Mm-hmm. I remember looking at that video and like, man, this dude looks like the drug dealers on my block, but there's just something different about him. And he was the God MC. We're going to go into some music. You know, we've been talking. We're going to go into some music, and we're going to let DJ Chic Chick pick the next joint.
Of course.
Because it's the DJ day. It's DJ day at the Do You Radio Show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have
seeing that we have the almighty Mr. DJ Mars.
DJ Mars,
right.
The legendary.
Song that I choose is Run DMC. Sucker MCs, baby.
Born on this earth.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Do You. We back at the Do You Radio Show live on the highly unique network. Rondu host, co-host Lee Master C, and DJ Chic Chick on the ones and twos. We got DJ Mars in the building.
Yeah.
So we was talking about DJing and how you got 4 passports. You was flexing on them.
63 I can't
countries.
Wait to
you
get
DJed
to that
in
level.
63 countries, y'all. So I wanted to know, what do you think? Is the art of DJing dead or alive?
No, it's definitely not dead. It's actually growing. Technology has definitely helped it. You know, Serato is definitely one of the programs that help move DJ culture forward.
Right.
It just made it easier as a DJ to move around. So I would not say it's dead. It's actually it's in one of the best places it's ever been on some levels.
And why would you say that? Why would you say it's in the best place right now?
Because it's easier to do your job. Technology has just made it easier.
Right.
Now, there's some people who take advantage of the ease, but then there's some people who genuinely use it to its benefit.
Like, I'm not going to front. In the 80s, I don't remember a lot of overweight DJs. So them crazy. They was hungry. Yo, they were lifting a lot of crates, man.
Wow.
Think about that crate era.
Now, you know what's funny? I always thought that, like, a lot of DJs that I saw, they were like our size, right?
Yeah.
So Flex was like, let's say Flex was our size. Chuck Chillout was our size. Capri, our size. Like the smaller guys, I always thought the smaller you were better at tricks. That's what was going on. Jazzy Jeff, you know, we're talking about physical stature.
Yeah.
Jazzy Jeff, smaller. Cut Creator, he was our size.
Right.
I always equated size to what you actually did on a turban. Again, that was me being an imaginative kid.
Okay. Another thing, you're an author.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your book.
I wrote the book, The Art Behind the Tape. It's the very first coffee table book about the comprehensive history behind mixtape culture with a focus on the art, the covers and whatnot. So yeah, that's, you know, aside from riding bikes and DJing, I actually wrote a book about DJing.
Where can they buy this book?
Oh, you buy the book on the website, artbehindthetape.com.
Okay. So the book, where did you get this idea? Because I want to dive into your mindset. Where did you get the idea? Because a DJ writing a book, I don't really hear much about.
Never
DJs
heard
writing
that ever.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the science behind it was I wanted to do a documentary first, right? But at the time, the documentary was I didn't have the bread to do it.
Now you see how the sun is shining on.
And I'm sweating.
He said, "I'm sweating."
It's shining on him.
That's why I brought my towel. Yeah. It's summertime in the A. I do not leave the house without my towel.
Man,
I am not playing no kind of games with
Yes,
you, dog.
yes.
I'm rocking my towel, but I wanted to do a documentary first on the chronological history of mixtapes. So that was a little bit out of my hands at the time, so I wrote the book to keep the idea going. So that was the plan, write the book and then come back and tackle the documentary.
Dope. Because I've never heard of a DJ Chic Chick.
I've never heard of a DJ writing a book either. I'm glad to be the first that I've heard of.
Well, I'll take that.
the original.
I'll take it.
And your schooling, what school did you go to?
I went to Clark Atlanta University.
What did you major in?
Communications.
Okay,
Nice.
so do you think, by you going to school, are you using your communication skills towards DJing? What do you feel?
I'll give you like a comical but real answer. So it was, let's say it was 98, right? There was this show, Planet Groove, on BT. Rachel used to host it. Let's say it came on every day, every evening at 6 p.m. So one evening, it was the start of whatever year that was. Let's say it was 98, right? She's like, oh, we're having a new episode a new twist to our show. On Monday, we're going to have DJ Mondays. And the first DJ we're going to have on the show is Kid Capri. And she's like, yo, next week we're going to have Clue, we're going to have Clark Kent, we're going to have Red Alert. All the DJs were New York DJs, right? So I was like, yo, I gotta get on this show.
Where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts. Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Boston.
Springfield.
Oh.
Yeah. Put some respect.
Springfield in the building.
I mean, like, you said Boston. Hey, yo.
Don't mess up the hood, son. Don't mess up the hood, son.
To people out east, but I'm from Springfield.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta be clear on that.
Yeah, you gotta be clear. I rep his hood. He got street on us right quick. He's about to pull out the orange box cutter.
Exactly.
Y'all know about that.
So at the end of the show, I watched the show to the end. I saw who the producer was, who the executive producer was, who the talent director was, and I sent all of them packages. Like I sent 3 or 4 packages, had my bio, had flyers, had a couple mixtapes, right? It didn't take a scientist to figure out who you need to send it to, but because that was my thing in school, I knew who I had to send it to. Mm-hmm. So I sent them packages, and I got a call back, let's say a month later, and it was like, look, we like your package. We're going to book you on the show. You're going to be the last DJ on the show for this season. So again, I don't remember the exact year. Let's say that was 98. So first season, I was in there with, like, again, it was Capri, Clue, Clark Kent, Red Alert, I think Flex, and this was before I was on the radio in Atlanta. Actually, that got me.
What station were you on the radio in Atlanta?
When I finally got on, I was on 107.9. Well, at that time, it was 97.5, which is now 107.9.
Okay.
Okay.
But it was the only reason why they hired me, because they was like, yo, how are you only in the clubs, but you made it to BET? I was like, I hustle.
Yeah,
Right.
hustle your way in.
Like, I was on TV. I didn't need y'all to put me on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I got on, and then I got hired subsequently. I got hired by BET to be the in-house DJ for Teen Summit. So I was on Teen Summit for 2 years on Saturday mornings.
Dope. You see, hustle, people. Listen, with the culture of social media, like when I'm booking DJs for my events, I have DJs telling me, yo, I got 200,000 followers. That don't do nothing for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As a booking, like, what's your skill set? DJs, what do you think about the culture of leaning on social media as a resume or as accolades because people are on this following thing?
To me, it doesn't matter, right? And I say this in the same vein that you're talking. I had a conversation with a DJ, and they were talking about, I was booking them for an event, and they were talking about their placement on the lineup. And they was like, yeah, when I post a video on YouTube, I get 8 million views. And I was like, okay, but, okay, you get 8 million views.
Like for real, man.
But you ain't, you're not there yet.
Right.
Hopefully you'll get there, but you're not. And he's like, no, I'm there. I got 8 million views. I got more followers than anybody on any other DJ on this lineup. And I was like, yo, but these dudes are seasoned. Like, they're DJing. They're not worried about their followers, and they're not. When I hired them, they didn't bring the amount of followers to the table. Like, they didn't say to me, "Yo, I got 8 million followers, 8 million views." They don't have to because they're dope. Like, exactly. So to some, and I understand the validity of having those numbers. To some, that means something, but to me, it doesn't. Because I know people put like this. Let me say this. All them followers and all them views don't help your ass when you're on stage.
Exactly. Because people don't realize followers can be bought. So, I mean.
Obtained the right way.
Exactly.
I'm proud of my little I'm proud of my 10,500 followers. Listen, that's organic. I have organic followers. That's what I call them, organic followers. And I still cuss them out and tell them 90% of them ain't shit.
Now, DJ Mars, now I know you come from the turntable era. So do you ever use any of the CDJs or the controllers?
I do. They're like last resort.
Okay.
If you ask me, what do I want to use? Always turntables first.
Right.
Always turntables. That's just, I feel more comfortable on them. I feel like for what I stand for as a DJ, I feel like that's what I represent.
Right.
Now, I'm not against technology is technology. And you're only old when you don't accept what technology is today.
Yeah.
So I don't like them. I don't like controllers. I don't like CDJs, but I respect them. For some people, if you're 20 years old and you just got into DJing, this is the turntable of today.
And that's the next,
I can't be mad at somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care what you use. You can use a tape deck. Just know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're about to close up. I wish the show was a little longer. I have two questions. From being that you've been DJing so long and you've been through different eras of the music, now you got your Young Thugs, you got the Casanovas, you got the Tekashi 6ix9ine, you got all these new artists that are a lot of them are totally different from what we used to. How do you have a listening ear to accept these new artists? Because I'm just starting to learn to accept a lot of the new music because it's really not my genre of music, but I'm starting to respect it because I'm looking at Tron said something that was amazing. Tron was an artist, which is Chili's and Dallas Austin's son. He has a song called Captions. And he was telling me they touch millions of souls and you have to respect that. So what do you think about, like, how do you, as a DJ that's seasoned, transcend into the new music?
I take my opinion out of it, right? Because if it was my personal opinion about it, I wouldn't play anything. Right? Because my personal opinion is based around my particular likes. So what I do is take me out of it and I say, does this record work? Nice. And if it works, then I'm like, okay, I can play it. Now, if I feel like it doesn't work, then really that's the only opinion that matters in a public sense. Now, in a private sense, what do I think about some of these artists? I wish they were more talented than they were popular.
Wow. Exactly.
Yes.
Much agreed.
Like, a lot of dudes are popular, but they suck.
Like, yes. You say it, and I say it, and then you're not hating when you say that. No, you're not hating. It's not hate.
No, because I mean, a lot of them suck. Like, you have great artists. You got great artists from today, right? So, the easy answer is Drake, right? Drake is an example of a
Canada, we here.
Who's extremely nice, right? So, listening to Drake, who's nice and popular, I can't look at whoever the other rapper is that's whack. I can't look at him and say that him and Drake are on the same level because they're not. Like,
that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not. So my thing is, I don't care if you started rapping yesterday or if you're in high school and you started rapping. Tribe Called Quest released the album when they was in school. Like, Kwame was still in high school when he released his first album. So the age of the rapper, Ice Cube wrote NWA songs in English class in high school. So the age of the rapper doesn't matter. I think that's an excuse that whack rappers use, or fans of whack rappers use. Oh man, you can't beat him up. He's young, man. So you gotta let the young kids live. Nah, you just gotta be better.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Like, you gotta be better.
You're right.
Like you can't be mad at me for not liking you because you're not that good when you really should be good. Like in the 80s era, the ones that we talked about were the ones who were legit good, the Rakims, the Paris ones. Then you move up to the Nas, the Large Professor, the Biggie,
Jay-Z,
the Tupac, the Hoes. Like, they were legit good. And I know those guys are God-like in their ability.
Yes.
We just ask you to be. J. Cole is really good. Joey Badass is really good. Andre 3000
I'm about to put you
is really good.
I'm about to put you in.
Just be really. That's all we're asking you.
I'm about to put you on the spot. We're about to wrap it up, right? How many more minutes we have?
We have 4 minutes, but I wanted to ask him a question right quick. With me being a new DJ from LA to Atlanta, what's the best advice you can give me on starting out here?
Starting out, I would say it's going to be hard, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the honest answer.
Okay.
Because there's so many DJs here.
Right.
There's more DJs than there are opportunities. So you got to fight through.
Okay.
The best advice I would give you is create your own opportunity.
Yes.
Throw your own parties. That way
That
you're not
is
worried
what
about a
I have
promoter.
in place. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
Like,
said.
And I'll help you. Because I'm the hardest working Haitian. Okay?
Whatever.
I'll help you. That's the hashtag. That's official. I got you, DJ Chic Chick. We're going to make that happen.
Like,
Okay.
that's it. Just create your own audience.
And Mars could come in too. Could you imagine you and Mars on the
Yes.
party?
I mean, there it is. Like,
You see?
From 310 to 404, huh?
You know?
create your own opportunity.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about promoters here. Don't pay anything anyway.
Right.
Right. So if you're going to risk your time by spending 2-3 hours in the club, you may as well make that money on your own. Then you don't have to worry about some clown after you've been in the game 20, 30 years saying you washed up.
Right.
Like,
One more question.
It's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because last night I was talking to another DJ and we were talking about rates and he was like, he was from up north where you're from. And he was like, oh, the rates are a little bit different down here. So you might want to try to, negotiate a little bit different with that.
Yeah, listen, if you guys want to continue to talk to us, we're on live on the Do You Radio Show. On Instagram, that's Do You Radio Show, and we're also on live on my page, which is Rondu You Baby One. That's RONDOU Baby One. One question: if you had one last song before you went to heaven, what would you request? Just one song. One song before your last song before you left the earth.
You know what song is really dope to me? The proper title is I'm probably getting it wrong, but Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin. That song right there.
Okay.
Like if you gotta listen, or better, no, I'll give you another one because this puts.
There's only one though. You only can say one.
Okay, one.
Only one song.
I'm gonna stick to it.
One song. That's it.
I Know You, I Live You by Shaka Khan. Listen to the words.
So it's not prayer.
No. I know
you switched it up. You switched it up. Okay.
All the way. I switched it up. Shaka Khan. I Know You, I Live You by Shaka Khan.
Okay. If you tune into the Do Your Radio Show, you just missed an epic show. But listen, it's going to be on our YouTube page. If you go to YouTube and search Do You Radio Show, that's D-O-U space U Radio Show. Not the word you, but the letter U Radio Show. DJ Mars, I really appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you taking the time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for helping me make one of my dreams come true. Cause whenever I see you, I run up to the booth and I say, what's up? We real sneaky.